Hi and welcome to SCW, the wrestling channel here on YouTube.com. Thank you for choosing the channel and choosing the video. Please subscribe right now. Leave any comments in the comments section. Please like and share the video as well. A brand new concept for you right now, Wrestle Thoughts. Just little things going through my head that I don't get an opportunity to talk about in podcasts or maybe other various things I may do here on YouTube. So I get to share them in one little random video with all the collections put together. Now, this is a pilot episode, so I'm only going to talk about two topics today. I'm going to talk about the Fiend Bray Wyatt, and then I'm also going to talk about tag team wrestling in WWE, mainly due to the fact that we have new Raw tag team champions as of last week with Seth Rollins and Braun Strowman. So let's kick things off then with the Fiend Bray Wyatt. Now, of course, he has been going a lot for Legends recently in WWE, and it makes you wonder where that storyline is going to go. Now, of course, he originally took out Finn Balor, but since he's gone for Mick Foley, which he's taken the Mandible Claw, he's gone for Kurt Angle, which was a former Raw GM, and he's gone for Jerry Lawler, which of course a famous commentator in WWE throughout the years. But trying to link and put the pieces together on everything, or how and why he's doing what he's doing, is very interesting, and it's wondering where it's going to lead to. Now, my only pattern here is that he's going for Legends, and if you were to read with WWE on their Twitter page, they have said who is his next target. He has reported that he wants Sting in the comments, which is very interesting indeed, which is another legend who has been linked to return to the ring in WWE, potentially at Crown Jewel, and the rumoured opponent was The Undertaker. Now, I'm not sure if that's going to take place or if that's going to happen, mainly due to the fact that Sting had a serious neck injury and had to retire 4 years ago. So it does make you wonder if that match could happen or not. But for me, I just wonder if the end game of this, going through Legends, is for Bray Wyatt to get revenge over Legends that perhaps have put him down in the past. Now, The Undertaker is the first one that I think clearly would make a lot of sense. Now, of course, The Undertaker faced Bray Wyatt at WrestleMania 31. And of course, The Undertaker picked up the victory. This was a match that the Taker didn't need to win and would have made a lot more sense for Bray Wyatt to pick up the victory. I just have this feel that Bray Wyatt's demon, new sort of fiend character that he's got is all out for revenge on his previous experiences in WWE. And I think The Undertaker is a key element to some bad booking that Bray Wyatt has gone through in his time on the main roster. And for me, it would make sense if the Fiend could go over the dead man right now, because I think it would do the Fiend a lot of favours, and I do feel you could work towards this, towards perhaps Crown Jewel. The Undertaker is expected to be back on WWE TV. I believe he's been advertised for SmackDown on September the 10th, which is the go-home show that week, which makes you wonder perhaps even it could be as soon as Clash of Champions if we get a little bit more depth into where this Bray Wyatt character is going. Everyone so far as well as being Legends, they're being written off TV. Bray Wyatt has also put Finn Balor off of TV as well. So it does kind of make you wonder if that's the angle and where they're going with this with the Fiend character currently, because they can write people off TV. It's nice and simple. He looks really dominant because people aren't seen again, and it really does a lot of favours for that Fiend character. And that way it makes him look so strong, a monster, someone to be feared. And if he can go over The Undertaker even in 2019, I just feel that that would give a lot of credibility, even more, to this Fiend character. It's almost even bigger than so far beating Finn Balor and a lot of the other, taking out a lot of the legends he has. Another option is John Cena. Of course, he's now referred to a lot more as the greatest of all time. It's almost seen like a legend within WWE these days when he makes his cameo returns. I do wonder if a match could be down the line somewhere between them two as well. It would make sense because, of course, the WrestleMania of the year previous, John Cena bested Bray Wyatt. And, of course, arguably, I would say that is one of Bray Wyatt's best feuds on the main roster in WWE, with the whole world in his hands, and the whole gimmick with that, with, all the sheep masks and stuff like that when they were around the ring, the child as well, was very creepy. I thought that was very well put together back then, but of course, Bray Wyatt, he lost the feud. So, I mean, at some point, some stage, I wouldn't be surprised if that is also a direction of where Bray Wyatt is going to go, perhaps leading into Royal Rumble WrestleMania season. So I wouldn't be surprised on either of those two opponents being the destination of why Bray Wyatt is continually taking out legends. But if I had to pick a favourite right now, I think The Undertaker makes the most sense, because I feel that he is a dark character as well. It would be like a passing of the torch moment, and I think it would make a hell of a lot of sense. Moving on, secondly, I would just like to talk about tag team wrestling very quickly. I've said previously on a lot of things I've done here that WWE does not take tag team wrestling seriously. One thing that validates that so much for me is when two of your top single stars go and team together who have never teamed before and become tag team champions, as in the case of Seth Rollins and Braun Strowman. I'm not sure what the purpose is. I'm not sure where the gain is. I've never really been a major fan of it when it's been done previously. I know the likes of John Cena and Shawn Michaels have done it previously. I think it was 2007 on the road, I believe, to maybe to WrestleMania at the time. Maybe even been slightly before that, but my memory gets a bit hazy when it goes that far back. But when you look at that, I mean, we've got Clash of Champions coming up as well. Every championship is going to be on the line. And then you think to yourself, well, you've put your Universal Champion now as a double champion. So are Braun Strowman and Seth Rollins going to defend Tag Team Gold to face later in the evening? Or where is the build going with Seth Rollins and Braun Strowman? I'm hoping we're going to learn more into this week's of WWE TV and programming. I do have a feeling that the title reign is not going to last very long, but I also feel that that is a big disrespect to the tag team division. There are so many good tag teams, and WWE could have a very strong tag team division, but they choose not to emphasise and focus on it like they could do. I mean, we've got teams like the Revival, the Usos, and the OC on Raw. Authors of Pain, I'm not quite sure where they're meant to be at. The War Raiders as well. You look at SmackDown. I mean, we've got Daniel Bryan and Rowan have had the belts. Currently, we've got the New Day there, Heavy Machinery. So there are a lot of top teams in WWE. And you look to NXT, Street Profits, even though they've been showing up on Raw every week, we've got the Undisputed Era. There is a lot of good tag teams, and they could really make something of it in WWE. But unfortunately, they seem to put a lot of focus and give the belts quite easily to the stars that are top of the card that I've never seen before. I just think it's got a bit of a lack of respect when it comes to the tag team division. I hope that's not something that we're going to continue to see going forward. I would be disappointed if I saw continually Braun Strowman and Seth Rollins, easily beating a lot of the Raw tag teams. I think in the Attitude Era, I remember a time where there was Undertaker and Kane, two of the top single superstars, the Brothers of Destruction, against Edge and Christian, the tag team champions. Who won? Edge and Christian, believe it or not, the tag team champions. So it would be better if your top tag teams can beat the top single stars when they're thrown together, because it makes your tag teams look stronger rather than just elevating your top talent, because those guys are top talent as single stars, and they're single stars for a reason. That's why they're not in a tag team to begin with. Anyway, slight rant going on there with that second point, but those are my wrestle thoughts there. It's episode 1. It's a pilot for you there. Hope you've enjoyed it. If you do like it, then hit me a thumbs up, maybe a comment in the comment section, your thoughts on any of the topics I've brought up. Of course, Ask SCW episode 6 is available for you now on the channel. You can go and check that out. You can drop any questions in as well for episode 7 here in YouTube, on the YouTube comments, or you can go to follow me on Twitter, SCW Wrestling Channel, or you can do the at SCW, which is in capitals, _ Steve, and the capital S for Steve in that as well. So you can go and add me on Twitter, follow me on Twitter right now, and you can drop a question on there for me. But that's all from me anyway. Enjoy Raw, and look out for this week. We've got NXT UK TakeOver Cardiff predictions, and I will be talking about AEW All Out as well. So look out for those coming to the channel this week here on SCW. But that's all from me. Thank you for watching. Take care. I'll see you next time here on YouTube. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe.